are still. Do you get goosebumps when we play you and me? Nah, don't take it easy. You are every man's dream. Find this woman that does seem. Take your time down the line. Deeper vibes ain't no crime. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little distance tonight. Help me get the mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. I just wanna love you, baby. Spread a little distance tonight. Help me get the mojo back, honey. We both know I've been stuck. Spread a little distance tonight.
Time is ticking away, but it's never too late to become exactly what you've always wanted to be. Make it happen. Why not? Do it. I'm glad you're here. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. Today, it's a fun day. It's Friday, so we always do something fun on Fridays, and since it's close to Halloween, I mean, why not? All right, so we always do something fun. We incorporate Barre, we incorporate Pilates, we incorporate weights. We do a lot. In fact, we do so much today. I was counting up the sequence of poses we got today. There are 62 poses that you are going to do today, and you're going to do them. You're going to do them your way. You're not going to hurt yourself. Do what's right for your body, as the bottom of the screen says. If something hurts, don't do it. It's not meant for you. Not everything is meant for everybody. Take it to a lesser percentage. I don't take everything to its fullest percentage. I can't do it. I try, and that's all you got to do. Just try. Choose. Oh, she just moved the camera. Choose what's right for you. Every day our practices are different, so check us out. So do today, do tomorrow, do the next day. Just have fun. We are live, straight to finish, 1 hour long. Stick around for as long as you can, and the word to think about as you practice today is accept. Accept where you are. Where you are is good enough. Accept means to take, to receive, and to accommodate. So take what you need from this practice, receive it with joy in your heart. Why not? I mean, take what you can, and then accommodate it. Make things work for you. Don't try to do the yoga just to do it for the sake of doing the yoga. Make it work for you. Make it feel good for your body. All right, Fridays we incorporate different things. Grab some hand weights, or maybe 2 bottles of water, or 2 cans from your pantry. Have a little squishy ball. If you don't have it, that's fine. You don't have to have it. If you have one of the exercise balls, make it squishy. You don't want it fully inflated. Have some water, have your eye shade, have a couple of blocks. Oh my gosh, let's start. Come on up to standing. Okay, you got your props. If you don't have any props at all, that's fine too. Accept, there's the word accept. Accept what you got. Accept it, love it, enjoy it. All right, here's the deal. One of the first things we do is we lock in a stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's your stress? What's your stress? Grab the ball if you got it. No ball at all, don't worry. Just have fun. Move your little skeleton. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to put the ball up between my thighs. I'm going to give it a squeeze, just actively engaging the legs. Feet are now hip-width distance apart. That's where I want them to be. Hands on the hips. Let's get the blood flowing. All right, it's a fun season, isn't it? All right, you got to make fun. You got to have fun. Start to sway your hips from side to side. Sway them from side to side. Hands are on your hips. Just enjoy the movement. A little stiff, are we? Perhaps. We're all stiff and sore when we wake up. The key is to get moving. Get moving in those knees. Get moving in that body. Move those shoulders. Move it or lose it. Come back to the midline of your body. Give the ball a good squeeze. Squeeze your elbows toward the back of the room. Lift your chest up toward the sky. Start to come on up to the balls of your feet. So you're strengthening your foundation here. Roll onto the balls of the feet, then roll onto the heel and lift your toes up. Just find your foundation. Find your feet. Find where you feel good and trust and have confidence. Maybe go from side to side a little bit. Having the ball gives you an added measure of security. If you don't have the ball, that's okay. Maybe use a chair for your prop. Maybe use a countertop for your prop. Just do what you can and find your foundation in your feet. Every day is different. Everybody's body is different. Honor what you got. All right, plant your feet, lift your arms high up to the sky, extended mountain. Breathe. Soften in the shoulders, interlace your fingers, palms to the sky, start to sway from side to side for your gentle palm tree pose. All right, waking up the side body, moving the spine. That's what we want to do. We want to wake up and move the spine gently to begin with. This is our little warm-up. Stick around for it. Stay longer if you can, because you'll feel good. I promise that stress number that you took in the beginning, the number's gonna come down, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, so there's your palm tree. Take your hands to extended mountain, lift up. Take a baby back bend, reach toward the back of the room. You don't have to go very far, just reach to what's comfortable. Exhale, fold forward. How far forward do you wanna come? Maybe it's not very far at all, that's fine. Maybe put a little bend in your knees. Squeeze that ball, maybe move the feet in a little bit, hang forward. Hang forward, crown of the head toward the earth. Stretch it out in your spine, your low back. Shake your neck. Don't hold on to your neck, let it go. Maybe fingers reach the earth, maybe they don't come anywhere near it. That's all right. Decompress your spine. Let your head, which is heavy, let the gravity of the head decompress your neck. Shake it. Still your body. Come back to the midline of your body. Roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. Let's take our big arm circles. Squeeze the ball if you got it. Squeeze it so hard you want to pop it. Tee out your arms and start to draw little arm circles on the sides of the walls. Add in your knees. Move it or lose it. Hands come down, knees bend, arms go up, knees straighten. Little bends. Big bends, they're all great bends. Any bend at all is a good bend. Breathe. Any day at all, any day above ground, my dad used to say is a good day, right? Breathe. Big breaths in through your nose, big breaths out through your mouth. Sweep your arms in the opposite direction. Get some motion going. Motion is lotion. Let it feel good. All right, let's finish. Come on back up to standing. That big coat swing pose. Squeeze the ball, re-engage your legs, and then start to sway from side to side. Touch your hip, slap your backside, look over your shoulder. If you're really feeling the balance today, you can close your eyes and twist here with the eyes closed. So twist, 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 wake up the body. You'll be glad you're doing these twists when we go into doing our fire hydrant pose. All right, it's all good. You're waking the body up, letting it know good things are coming. Now, come back to stillness, ragdoll pose. You got the ball here, that's great. We're gonna ditch it in a few seconds. But take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Little bend in your knees might feel really good. Decompress the low back again. Shake your head, loosen your neck. Now start to sway in the elbows from side to side. One elbow back toward one knee, other elbow back toward the other knee. Remember to breathe. Breathe. That's your ragdoll pose. All right, finish. Come back to the midline of your body. Remove the ball. Just don't let it go too far. Spread your legs good and wide. Spread your legs. I guess I'll come to this camera. Spread your legs good and wide. There we go. And then put your hands down on the ground. You could use a block here if that feels better. Place your hands under a block. So just stretch it out, bringing your pinky toes towards the side of your mat. You can have your hands on the earth. You can bring your forearms down to the mat. Breathe in, breathe out, like a wide-legged seated forward fold, which we do often. But challenge your balance a little bit here. Put a little more weight into your toes. Put a little more weight into your heels and then wiggle your toes. Just move a little bit back and forth. Tailbone high to the sky. Your hands can be on the ground, totally fine. Eyes can be opened or closed, you decide. Nice work. Now let's come down to our knees and take a child's pose. Knees together, big toes touching. You can use a block here. Come on down, hips toward your heels, forehead toward the block or toward the ground. Arms down by your sides. That's a fine classic child's pose. Options are knees spread wide, big toes touch, hips still go back towards your heels. Block can be under your forehead. No block at all, head comes down to your mat. Push the block to the top of your mat and put your hands on it. Oh, so many options. Isn't that the truth? So many options in life. Don't become overwhelmed by them. Just do what you can. All the choices are good. All the choices are good. Just don't hurt yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of your head. Shoulders are getting a nice stretch. When you're ready, if you like, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. Build heat in your body. Let your breath sound like Darth Vader in the back of your throat. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is your child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like, with the blocks, without the blocks, in the wide-legged variation, or in the classic variation. So many good choices. Take one. The fact you're off your sofa is the best choice of all. All right, come on up. Neutral tabletop position. In your neutral tabletop, push your hands into your mat. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. Stay strong right here. When you're in a neutral tabletop, or when you're in a plank, or when you're in a downward facing dog, check out your hands. You want your fingers spread wide, a little bit of a bend in the knuckles of your fingers, and you want to push the weight into a little more weight into your thumb and your pointer finger. A little more, not a whole lot. Don't overthink it. But this will help alleviate some tension on your wrists. Let's go from this neutral tabletop to a forearm stretch. All you're going to do is bring your fingers back towards your knees. So your forearms are shining forward, and then move your hips a little bit this way and that, and move your bottom back towards your heels. All you're doing here, doesn't matter how it looks. Maybe you have a big sway in the bottom or not. What matters is that nice stretch in your forearm. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? When you're done, when you're ready, maybe you want to stay here. I would love to stay here longer because this feels so great. But when you're done, let's finish up. Let's bring our hands back to a natural position. Wiggle your fingers, get those little tingles out of the forearms. Let's come back to that neutral tabletop. In a neutral tabletop, you want your shoulder over your wrist, your hip under your knee. Remember that pushing into the earth? Remember the positioning of the hands? Push into the earth. Let's do cat-cow. Like a Halloween cat. Tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky, be a scary black cat. Inhale, cow pose. Lift the crown of your head and your tailbone up. Cat-cow a couple times, back and forth. Breathe. Your breath is important in this one. Your breath's important in all your poses. Exhale for cat, so your belly button's tucked. Inhale for cow, so you fill your belly up. You're moving your neck. You're moving your spine, curving it in two different directions. Oh, nice job. Let's finish up in this cat-cow. So you've been going forward in cat, taking like a little back bend in cow. Let's come to neutral and let's do some lateral flexion of the spine, sideways movement of the spine. Extend your right foot long. Press the ball of your foot into your mat. Stretch it out. Oh, this feels like a runner's lunge. It feels really, really good in the calf. Push into the earth, push into the ball of the foot. You know what to do. Let's lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Have your knee at about hip height. Stay right here and kick yourself in the bottom. If you want to do cat, pulling its tail, lift your left arm, the opposite arm of the leg that's lifted, reach back around, capture your foot, and kick into your hand. Push hard into the earth, and then look to the left side of your mat, over the left side of your shoulder, to the left of your room, whatever. Kicking hard, really hard here for pulling the tail. Let's come down. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Other side. Stay right here if you want. Lift the left leg if you want. Knee to about hip height. Hold it here. Maybe kick yourself in the bottom like a donkey kick. That's a fine place to be. I'm going to take the right arm, reach around and capture the left foot. That's a hard one. Kick into the hand. Kick into the hand. Feel your right collarbone opening up. Look over your right shoulder or to the right side of your room. Kick, 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 kick. Oh, that feels good. Nice little twist of the spine here. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Extend the right leg. Cross the right leg over the midline of the body. Plant the ball of the right foot on the left side of your body. Look over your left shoulder. Take that nice little twist here. Look over your shoulder. Breathe. Bring the right knee back to meet the left. Other side. Left leg extends. Plant the ball of the foot. Push. Then cross the leg over. Look over the right shoulder. Look back to your foot, your knee, your bottom. Stretch. Nice big stretch in the left side of your body. Knee comes back to meet the other knee. Cat, cow, even everything out. Round your back. And then sag your belly. Cat, cow. Great pose. All right, let's do bird dog and let's knock up the challenge a little bit. Let's take the ball if you got it. No ball? Don't worry about it. Place the ball under your knee if you want to use it. So this creates an unstable surface. Ball is under the knee, right toes tuck under, left leg lifts, knee to hip height, left leg extends. Push into your hands and hold on here. Just for a second, just engage and embrace all those little micro wiggles in your right leg, but you're staying stable. Left leg is extended, right arm reaches long to the top of the room. Stretch and lengthen your spine. This is your bird dog pose. Breathe. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're strong. Right hand comes down, left knee comes down. Ball goes underneath the other knee. And bird dog's plenty of a challenge if you don't have the ball, that's for sure. Tuck the back left toes, hold on here, embrace the little wiggles, lift the right leg up, extend the right leg long, hold it here, push into the earth. Right leg is lifted, so now my left arm is gonna reach. Stretch, reach, lengthen, push into the earth, hold it here, you're getting lengthening, strengthening all up and down your spine. You got it going on, good on you. Hand comes down, knee comes down, find the ball. Let's do another pose. That gets my heart going, how about you? Not easy, is it? Don't let anybody tell you yoga's too easy or it's worthless. No, it's not. You know it's not. All right, so we did the bird dog pose. Let's do fire hydrant. Take the ball behind your right knee. From a neutral tabletop, start to lift the right knee to the side of the room. Draw the toes and the foot toward the shin. It helps you hold on to that ball. And if you don't have a ball, don't sweat it. You can still do it just great. You might want to put a weight behind your knee. That would work too, but I think the ball is nice and fun. Lift the foot up nice and high, so be a big dog here. Lift your ankle higher than your knee, and your right hip, dial it down so your hips are equidistant to the mat. Now pulse the leg up to the sky. Not easy, is it? Whew. How are you doing? It's all good, right? All right, there is your fire hydrant pose. Let's take it immediately to a donkey kick. Let your right knee hover next to the left as you readjust your hips. Lift the leg up. You've done this before where the knee is at hip height. You know, chances are you got to bring the knee a little higher. You always think, oh, there, that's at hip height. Till you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't really realize it. Lift it higher. You know what? I would almost say lift it as high as you can. Hips are equidistant to your mat. Kick your bottom. The ball is kind of nice back there. It adds a little bit of fun. No ball at all, that's totally fine. You can still kick, kick, kick. Squeeze the ball good and tight. Now lift the foot up, up, up to the sky. Breathe. You got it. Some days we do this standing. I think last week we did it standing on a chair, like a bar, in a bar practice. You got it. Let's hover the right knee next to the left. Knee comes down. Guess what? Other side. Take it to the left side. Ball behind the left knee. Press into your neutral tabletop. Check out all your alignment points. You know how to do it. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the leg up. Toes to the shin. Now lift to the side. Move those hips. Breathe. You got it. Stay strong. Big dog, little dog, your call. Ankle higher than the knee, maybe a little bit. Lift the leg up good and high and pulse it up. Pulse the entire left side of the leg up, up, up. Little teeny pulses up. Feel the fire. It's burning. Oh yeah. When you're ready, hover the left knee next to the right just for a second. Realign your hips. Left leg comes back, knee comes a smidge higher, left hip goes a smidge lower, and then when you're ready, kick in the bottom. Kick, kick, kick. Press into the earth. You got it. You're strong. Your glutes, those big muscles in your backside. Yeah, they're big ones. All the muscles in your glutes, your gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and the piriformis. They're all big muscles, except the piriformis, that's a little one. But all those big muscles, work them, work them. They help you stay stable. Kick the ball in, hold it in good and tight. Now pulse up to the sky. Breathe. Don't you feel good? You feel good when you move, so move. And your yoga helps you so much. It helps you move and doing all the other great things you do. All right, let's finish. Hover the left knee next to the right. You know what'll feel really good? Bringing the knee down and taking a wide-legged child's pose. Bring the ball to the top of the mat. Spread your knees wide, hips back to your heels. Hands on the ball if you want, and just stretch. Woo. Breathe. So this kind of stretch evens everything out. You know, the right side worked really hard, left side worked really hard. Now we're coming back to a brief little rest here, giving ourselves a big stretch right at the midline of our body, equalizing and bringing everything back to center. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Toes pose and ankle flow. Great poses. Grab your blocks if you got them. You don't need them. You don't have to have anything other than your body to do your yoga and the taking the time and the willingness. Tuck your toes under, sit back on your heels. The blocks can bring the ground up to you and create a little bit of a stable surface here. Lean on back a little bit, get into the toes, stretch out the feet, then take it to an ankle flow. Bring the tops of the ankles onto the mat. Come on back, lean onto the tops of the feet. Blocks help, why not use them? Or to come back to your toes pose without the blocks. Hands can be at prayer center. Hi, Liz. You like this? Isn't this kind of fun? Hi, Diane. Hi, Betty. Hi, Tyrone. You have a great weekend, too. Hi, Marietta, Kelly, Rena, Tina, Bob, Connell, Blake, Lydia. Happy birthday to Felicia. Come on back. Let's go back onto the tops of our feet. Use your hands if you need to. Hi, Pam. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Anita. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Arena. Hi, Debbie. All right, there we go. We got this going on. Oh, my goodness. Don't you love toes pose, ankle flow? Feels good. All right, let's finish it. Let's come back to a neutral tabletop. Neutral tabletop, check out your points. Shoulders, knees, wrists, hips, you know all that. Fingers spread wide. Tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. Drum roll, please. Lift your feet up, circle your ankles this way and that, and then squeeze and scrunch your toes. You got it. Nice job. All right. One of the things we always like to do is build strength in our body. One of the best ways to do that is with a plank. Lots of ways you can take your plank. You can lie down on your back, send your hands high to the sky, and imagine you're in a 180-degree plank. So instead of being in a high plank, the ceiling is like your ground. Make sense? I'm going to take a forearm plank today. I'll tell you why in a bit. Take the ball between your thighs, if you like. You could spread your knees wide, walk your hands forward, and shift the weight into your hands. Totally fine. You could ball your hands into fists if that feels better for your wrists. I'm going to come down and do a dolphin plank. That is coming down to the forearms, having the elbow under the shoulder for stability, hands spread wide, knees back. I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to lift on up, and Dwayne, start the timer, please. There's a timer. It's a 1-minute timer. All right, there we go. Press into your arms. Squeeze the ball if you got it. Heels are driven to the back of the room. Neck is long, so the crown of your head is shining forward. Your gaze is down towards your mat. Your nose is a couple inches from your mat. Your back is nice and flat, and we're about 15 seconds in. Okay, so you know we moved to a new house. We're in Florida now. We planted pitch apple, Collusia, is that how you say it? Planted 15, or was it 18, pitch apple trees yesterday. All right, we're halfway there. And I got into fire ants. Oh my gosh, those fire ants hurt. They bit my ankles all up. No fun. So anyway, that's not why I'm in a forearm plank. In a forearm plank because all that shoveling kind of tired out my wrists. All right, 15 seconds to go. You got it. So you got to honor your body. Something hurts, Don't push it. Take care of it. There's always ways to modify, always ways to do something different. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You got it. Good work. Okay, there you go. That was your plank. How did you take it? Forearm, high plank, on your knees, whatever. It's all good. The fact that you did is excellent. This timer was just for you to assess your time if you want to, keep track of how you're improving. And you will improve. You will get stronger the more you do your yoga. All right, come on down, core time. Find your ball, maybe your strap, if you want to use it for your boat pose. I'm not going to use it today. It's up to you. I'm going to take this ball. I'm going to place it behind my low back. You don't have a ball? Fine. Come all the way down to reclined on your back. Ball is at the small of my back. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit or a lot. You decide. I'm going to reach my arms as if they're going between my legs. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Little lifts. If you're on your back, you could do the Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. All that is, you could do it here too in a way. Bend your knees, soles of the feet touch, legs are open wide. Maybe you like that. You could also bring your fingers lightly to your temples, keeping your knees and elbows open wide. How do you like that? I'm gonna reach between my legs. Do it your way. Little bounces on the ball. And I'm not using momentum with the ball. That would be fun. But I'm just doing little lifts and lowers. Using the core, the ball is just keeping me honest, keeping me lifted. Reach to surround one knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep your neck long and straight. Don't, bend your neck a lot. Keep your neck long and straight. Come back to the center. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Take it to the other knee, like surround it with magical hands. Breathe, breathe. Love on your knees. Poor knees, right? The more you move them, the better it is. Don't quit. Don't give up. Move your body. All right, back to center. A few little pulses. Feel your tight core. You got it going on. Nice. All right. Pulses are reminiscent of a bar practice. Oh, they are hard, aren't they? All right, let's come on up. Let's remove the ball. Let's do hundreds, a Pilates pose. All right, you can use the ball. Lots of ways you can do it. No ball at all is fine. Let's come to fully recline. Take it nice and slowly because you are in control. Once you're fully reclined, the ball, a couple things you can do with it. You can ditch it, first of all, and not use it at all. You can have the ball underneath your feet, creating an unstable surface here. You can take the ball, you can squeeze it between your ankles and keep the heels down. Or, yet another option. Lift the ball up and squeeze it here. All good options. Arms down by your sides. It's called Pilates 100s because the idea is you do this 100 times. We're not going to count unless you want to. And you do it as many times as you like. Let's lift out of the shoulders, lift the arms up, and pulse the hands down. Pulse. The idea is you pulse 100 times. I'm going to lift the legs up and hold them here. Remember all those options with the feet. Do what is a bit of a challenge for you today and feels really good. Let me tell you something. Long-sleeved black turtlenecks in Florida are not real comfortable. I'm learning. Colorado, it would be great. have a sweater on top. But it's a little toasty here. All right, shoulders away from the ears. You're pulsing. Squeeze the balls. Everything's engaged. You are good and strong. Stay here. Breathe. Fingers toward the earth. Lift a little higher in the legs, in the shoulders. You got it? Maybe 100 times. I don't know. You are doing what's right for you. Let's finish up in the Pilates 100s now. Come on down. Arms go high overhead. Stretch it out. Stick pose. Point your toes to the bottom of the mat. Arms high to the top. Breathe. Stretch it out. Everything back to the midline. Let's ditch the ball. All right. Boat pose, kinda, sorta. Let's rock and roll up to it. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, always check with your doctor. If you got a question or something going on, check with your doctor before you do any exercise program. I'm gonna take my hands, place them behind my knees, and I'm gonna rock back and forth. All right, your spine loves it. All right, back and forth, rock. A few times or a lot of times, you decide. Let's finish. Let's come up to seated and lean on back. Hold on to the backs of your knees. Hold them right here. There's your little boat pose for today. Maybe legs straighten. Maybe you keep your toes on the ground, but just send your shoulders back as if you're in a recliner and send your heart forward as you stay lifted in the chest. Hold on here. Maybe remove the hands. Breathe in, breathe out. You got it. Let's come up to seated and then let's rock again. Back and forth. We're gonna rock on up and we're gonna come into a shoulder stand. All right, sounds more intimidating than it is. Legs come up, hands go to your hips, legs go up, nice and high to the sky. Neck stays nice and straight, lift through the toes, lift through the hips. Pilates, bicycle. Start to bicycle here. Breathe. Remember your mom's doing this in the 60s? Woo! Breathe, breathe, pedal your bike. All right, bring it back to shoulder stand, legs high. Think of your feet as weighted. Let your toes come overhead for your plow pose. They can come overhead. Whew, you think the ground is a mile away. It's not, it's really close. Breathe. Maybe try to get one foot there, then the other foot, try to get it there. Then, maybe both feet. Say, hey, the ground's only an inch or two away. Roll into your little ball, tuck your chin. Maybe your feet touch down, maybe they don't. It's a-okay. Finish. Roll on up to a seated position. Woo! Send your legs long. Kind of fun, right? Legs go long, toes up to the sky. Lift your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, breathe, reach forward, toes up to the sky, reach. Now reach down and capture your ankles, your heels, whatever you can reach, and send your gaze to your knees. Elbows hugged in, stretch it out. All right, let's switch this up. Come on back, hands to prayer center. Lean on back, nice and slowly. There you go, arms down by your sides. Send both legs up to the sky. Both legs are up, point the toes. All right, another Pilates move. We're gonna do double leg circles. With your toes, think of drawing circles on the ceiling. They can be little circles, they can be big circles. You know what I like to focus on here? Keep the legs together, because it is double leg. I like to focus on the massage of the low back that's happening. Arms down, and you know what you could do also is tee out your arms if that feels more stabilizing. So big circles, little circles, medium circles, just think of it as getting that hip massage. Once you get the circles nice and big, or as big as you like, circle them in the opposite direction and bring them on down to a smaller size. Breathe. Let's finish. Send one leg down. I'm gonna send my left leg down. I'm gonna point my right toes up to the sky. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna flex my left foot so my left calf is on the ground, and I'm gonna point my right toes and draw that circle with one leg. Draw the circle with the other leg. Draw the circle in the opposite direction with that leg. Yeah, that's what I mean. And then finish up. Send the left leg up to meet the right. Draw both sets of toes toward the shin. Now the right leg will come down. The left leg will point. The right leg flexes, keeping the calf down like you do in your supine twist. And then draw your circles with that single leg on the ceiling. Take it the other way around. Your hips are loving you. They're screaming at you, right? All right, let's finish up here, taking those circles nice and small. Bring the right leg up to meet the left. Draw the toes toward the shins. Lower the legs to about 45 degrees. Feel your tailbone in the mat. Just hold it here. You got it. Maybe lower a little bit. And then start to lower it really low and slow. Bring it nice and low to the ground. Hold it here. You're strong. Your hip flexors are strong. Your core is strong. Hold it a couple inches above the ground. And then come all the way down to the ground. Press on up or don't press up. Use your core. Come on up to a standing, not a standing position. Come on up to a standing on your knees position. Find your two blocks. Let's do some lunges. Blocks by your side. Right foot comes forward, knee over ankle, left leg long and straight on your mat. Doesn't feel good? Fold your mat in half. or put a towel under it. All right, so your low lunge on your blocks. Knee over ankle, hold on here. You can hold on to the blocks, extend the left leg long, start to surf. Straighten the right leg and rebend it. Using your blocks, let's walk them back toward your left heel, then walk them forward. Walk them forward. This time let the knee come forward of the ankle, that's all right. And then, you know, surf it out. Right leg straightens, right leg bends. That's all you gotta focus on is that right leg. Maybe come back onto the heel. Maybe sit back on your left heel and the right heel is dug into the ground. Walk it forward and walk it back. Maybe you decide to not walk it and use your hands at prayer center and just use your core to lift you and send you back. Let's finish. Come back to that starting position. Knee over elbow, or knee over the elbow of the foot, your ankle. Lift your arms up to the sky. Reach back, baby back bend. Finish. Switch your legs. Right knee down, left foot forward, left knee over left ankle. Reintroduce your blocks. Send the right leg super duper long on your mat. Hold it here, feel the stretch, and start to surf with or without the blocks. You know what you like. You know, maybe what you like isn't what you need. You know what you need. Do what you can with what you got. If it's getting too easy for you, make it a little harder. Try it without the blocks. And then you can always reintroduce them, right? I mean, there's no prize for using them or no penalty for reintroducing them. Maybe if that's a little too easy, try to close your eyes. Oh, you can do it. Yes, you can. Breathe. Let's come back to that starting position. Have your right foot meet your left and grab your hand weights. Grab your hand weights, come on up to a standing position. All right, how are we doing time-wise? We're doing great. All right, let's do this. All right, you got your weights. We got the camera. There we go. All right, take your weights. Bring them to your shoulders, palms facing forward. Lift and lower. Try to keep the weights equal to each other to begin. And then, you know, if you decide, you can alternate one arm up, the other arm up. Let's go. Lift. Palms are shining forward. Breathe. You got it. Your arms are strong. Your arms are really strong. They are. Everything is strong. Your legs are strong. Your arms are strong. Your yoga is keeping you that way. All right. Weights back to your shoulders. Bring your weights so your palms are in towards your ears. Keep your elbows hugged in good and tight. And then lift and lower. Adjust your legs so you're comfortable. What kind of stance feels good for you? Lift and lower. I've got 3-pound weights. I don't know what size you have. Maybe you've got water bottles. Have a little bit of resistance. Water bottles, your blocks, whatever. Just have a little bit of resistance. And then maybe another day you might increase or decrease your weights. No prizes, no prizes, no penalties. You make it work for you. All right, let's take the weights to our shoulders. Let's tee out our arms. Little teeny pulses of the arms up, up, up. Bring your arms back a little more so your chest is lifted. Lift. Teed out arms, breathe. Now bend your elbows, bring the weights towards your shoulders, and extend. Weights to your shoulders, extend. Same thing here, you can alternate. One arm is bent, the other arm is straight. Look over one arm, then the other, breathe. You can do that too if you're doing both arms straight at the same time. Look over one arm, look center, look to the other as you extend. You got it. Stay strong. Stay strong. You think, oh, I'm too old, I don't need to be strong. You lose muscle mass. What is it, 2% a year as you age after the age of 30? You lose muscle mass. You don't want to lose muscle mass. You want to keep your muscle mass. Keep with it. Come on now, don't quit. Don't give up. You can do it. Yes, you can, because you're defining what it is. You're doing it exactly your way. All right, let's finish up here. Let's take the arms to that cactus position again with the palms shining forward. Little teeny pulses up. Think of your chest as nice and open. You got it. Elbows to the back of the room, like you will look taller. You know that pose. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Whew. Let's finish. Float the arms down by your sides. How do they feel? Oh, relax here. Put a bend in your knees. Let's do a drinking bird with these weights. Bend in the knees, Don't shy away from the bend in the knees. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet if you want. You don't have to. You could stay flat on your feet. Hug the elbows in, bend the elbows, bringing the weights towards your armpits. Hold it right here and pulse down. Pulse down, pulse down. You're looking forward, breathe. Little teeny pulses. Are you on the balls of your feet? You don't have to be. It's up to you. Sink good and low here. Stop the pulsing. Send the weights to the back and then bring them back to your armpits. Arms straighten, weights go back. Armpits. Breathe. You got it. Stay lifted as best you can. Maybe sink a little lower if you want. Take the arms straight back and pulse the weights in toward your tailbone. You got it. Plant your feet. Come back up to standing. Let's do some marching with opposite arm, opposite leg lifts. Oh my gosh, good yoga for the brain. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna lift my right arm and my left leg, and then switch it out. Right leg lifts, left arm lifts. Try doing that, saying the opposite, left to right, so I'm mirroring you. That's a challenge. It's a challenge enough. Lifting opposite arm, opposite leg, but you got it. You can do it. March it. Arms are long, arms are strong. Lift the knee up even higher. You got it. All right. One more thing. Arms come, not one more thing, lots of more things. Arms down by your side, chest lifts. Sweep your arms up. Hold on to both weights, or ditch one weight if you're more comfortable with it. Hug your elbows in towards your arm or towards your ears. Let the weights come down your backside, or your back of your neck, and lift and lower. Put a little bend in your knees if that feels good. Work those triceps in your arms, the backs of your arms, the bat wings. Oh, lift, lower. Your arms are perfect. Your arms are perfect because they work, and they're yours. They're your only ones. Love them. Why would you not love them if it's the only ones you got? Breathe. Breathe. Love the one you're with, right? Love what you got. Honor what you got. Respect what you got. Take care of what you got. Because if you don't take care of it, you'll lose it. All right. All right, let's finish with these fabulous backs of our arms, triceps. Wiggle your shoulders, let them be. Let's take a rowing position. Hinge forward here. Let the weights hang toward the earth. A little bit of a bend in your knees, not a whole lot. Now row. Pull the weights in towards your armpits. Breathe. A little bend in your knees. Feels good. Doesn't have to be that big of a bend, but just ease the tension on your knees. Row, row, row. Squeeze the shoulders together when you get the weights up to your armpits, and then lower. And don't let them fall down. Don't lose momentum. You're in control here. You're good and strong. And when you're ready, let's finish. Place the weights by your sides. Walk your hands out. Let's do a downward facing dog. Breathe. In your down dog, feet are hip width distance apart. Heels are slightly lifted. Pedal into your feet. When you're ready, let's lift the right leg high. Ooh, feel it in the hip flexor. Let's do wild thing in honor of the season, right? Flip the right leg across the midline of the body and stay right here. Open up through the right hip. Breathe. If you want, wild thing. Take the foot. Bring it on down to the earth. Come into almost like a reverse tabletop. Right arm can go high to the sky. Press into your hand. Arms create one straight line. Breathe. Lift in your belly. And then when you're ready, flip it back. Come back to your down dog. Breathe. Other side. How fun is this? You can stay here and pedal your dog. I think it sounds scary to think I'm gonna do wild thing, but it's really not too bad. Maybe just try by lifting the left leg. Maybe try by just crossing the leg a little bit across the midline of the body. That feels plenty good in your hips. And your arms are really strong. Hold on here, let the foot come toward the earth. Take your reverse tabletop, lift your left arm to the sky. Arms are straight, breathe. You got it, you can do this. Let's finish. Hand comes down. Both feet are back down on your mat. Pedal it out. You've got it going on. Let's finish. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Keep your chin tucked to your chest. Lift it up last. Let's do tree Vrikasana. All right, tree pose. Spooky old tree. Remember reading that book to your kids maybe? Hands to prayer center. Spooky old tree. Root into one foot. Open up the other foot. Place the sole of the foot on the mat. Place the sole of the standing foot on the mat. Bend the other leg, heel inside the ankle, higher still or higher still. You can hold on to a chair. You can spookily wave your branches. Wave your branches, sway your branches. Find your balance. You got it. From this tree, let's come out of it, but we're not going to set this right foot down. Bring your right knee back to the front of your body. Take a big step out with your right leg. Hinge forward on the right leg, little bounce in the knee. Lift the left leg up. Hands can be on your hips. We're doing warrior three. Or you can reach your arms long. Lengthen, lift the leg. Breathe. There is your warrior three pose. Hands back to the hips. Left foot meets right. Right leg lifts. One-legged mountain. Arms go high. Lengthen. Lengthen out of your hips. Lengthen out of your fingertips. Lengthen out of the crown of your head. Get your balance. Find your balance. You fall out. No big deal. Get back in. Right leg meets left. Let's do it again. We started this little sequence with tree. Root into the opposite leg, open up the knee, hands to prayer center, place the foot wherever you want it to be. Maybe you got a chair, it's all good. Stay right here. You do you, I'll do me, everybody's doing themselves, it's all good. Press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Just skip over the knee, don't press into the knee sideways. Breathe. Grow your branches if you want. Breathe. All right, so we're doing tree to warrior three, to one-legged mountain. All right, when you're ready, knee back to center, left leg steps out, good and long, hands to your hips, feel nice and stable. Hinge forward a little. Maybe you want to just do toe taps in that right leg. Make a little bit of a bend in your left knee. Maybe the left leg lifts a little more or a lot more. Maybe your arms reach long to a capital letter T shape, warrior three. When you're ready, let's sweep the right leg. Oh, we didn't sweep it on the other side, did we? All right, sweep the right leg up to a one-legged mountain. Breathe, lengthen here. You got it. Stay strong. Lengthen through your hips, lengthen through the crown of your head. You got it? Right foot comes down, hands back to prayer center. Find the ball again if you want. Place it up between your thighs. Let's do a chair pose here with this ball. Bend into your knees, come up onto the balls of your feet. Little teeny pulses here. Maybe you got a chair. Little teeny pulses up and down. Oh, breathe, you got it. Sink lower even maybe. Maybe, even, kinda, sorta, if you want. How's that for choices? Squeeze the ball in. Sink good and low. Really feel it. You got it. Breathe. Come up higher onto the balls of your feet. Sink a little lower in your bottom. Pulse it up and down, up and down, up and down. Sink lower. Pulse it in. You got it. Finish. Feet come down. Let's come on down to our mat. Place your hands down on your mat. Come to a down dog. Kick your right leg high. Half pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist. Left leg long and straight on your mat. Shin of the right leg a little more parallel to the earth. Slip on down. Kiss your mat. Come on up. Hands to your mat. Tuck your back left toes. Right leg sweeps back to a three-legged down dog. Move the hip however feels comfy for you. Right foot down, left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon on the left side. Left knee, left wrist. Right leg, long and straight. Right shin, a wee bit more parallel to the top of the mat. Bend your elbows, come down, kiss your mat. Come on back up. It's not too bad, right? Press into your hands, tuck your right toes under. Send your left leg back, shake it out in your variation of your three-legged down dog. Come back to a down dog. Bend at the knees, hinge forward, a little bit of a bear plank. Hold it here, come on down to your knees. Find your weight or weights. Let's do a clamshell. All right, come on to your right hip. Right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, elbow under shoulder, you know that. Bend your knees, place your hands or your weight on top of your left leg. Lift and lower, keep the ankles glued shut. Here are your clamshells. Here's another variation of your clamshell. You could lift your ankles and then lift and lower, lift and lower that top leg. You want to ditch the weights? Makes it feel really easy after you do that. Then put them back, reintroduce them. When you're ready, clams close, legs come down, switch to the other side. So I'm gonna come onto my left side, left elbow under left shoulder, knees bent. Weights or no weights, start to lift and lower in your clamshells. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe lift the ankles up and continue to open and close that top leg. You got it. You got it. All right, let's come down. Remove the weights. Let's come back to your right side. All this movement, good for you. Come back to that starting position. This time, send your legs good and straight. Left leg lifts and lifts. Keep your chest lifted, shoulder over your elbow. Lift, lift, you got it. Guess what? Left leg wants to play too. Lift it up, lift. Lift, little kickstand in your hands or place them on your hips. Lift and lower. All right, bring them down. Switch back to the other side. Left forearm, elbow, shoulder, you know it. Come into your side and lift the top leg. Lift. You got it. You can do it. Don't quit. Let's do both legs. Up and down. Up and down. Lift, you got it. And then let's finish. Go back to the other side. All right, you're back to the right side now. Let's take a side plank. You can do it lots of ways. I'm gonna take it on my forearm today. You can take it with the bottom knee bent and the left leg extended. Left hip is over the right hip. It's not leaning too far forward. It's stacked. Right arm is on the ground. Left arm lifts. Look up to your left arm. Reach your left arm long to the top of your room. Maybe lift your top left leg. Think of creating one straight line from that left leg through the left fingers. Hold it. Breathe. Let's come on down. Let's go to the other side. Back to the left. All right. Bend in the knee. Right leg extends. Right arm goes up. Look up. Hips are stacked. Look up. Hold it here. Maybe the leg lifts. Hold it. Breathe. In your little variation of your side plank. You got it. You got it. Let's come back to the other side. Oh my goodness, why don't I just do one side at once? We want to keep you moving. All right, let's go back to that side plank. Remember, leg lifted, arm reaches, elbow to knee, stretch. Elbow to knee, stretch. Let's do it about 5 times. That's 3, 4, 5. Stretch. Other side, go to your left side. Same thing, on your left knee, right leg extends, right arm lifts, elbow to knee and stretch. Elbow to knee and stretch. 3, 2, 1. Guess what? You're done. All right, come down to your belly. Hands under your shoulders. Legs long. Flat on your belly, Superman pose. Arms reach. Legs lift, arms lift, balance and hold. You got it. Kick your legs for swimmer. You got it. Hands under your collarbones. Legs come down. Press up, seal pose. Soften in your glutes. You got it. Press on up to standing on your knees. Hands to your low back. Throw your eye shade and your towel up near your shoulders. Push your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine, look up overhead. Breathe and finish. Tuck, bring your knees together. Roll into a little ball here. Reach back and capture your heels. Whew, breathe. Let's come into our final Shavasana. Come onto your back. Maybe place your ball, if it's not too full, or a towel underneath your neck. That might feel nice for you. I know some of you like to take a towel and roll it up and place it under your neck for all of your practices. Place the eye shade or the towel on your eyes, arms down by your sides, final Shavasana pose. Breathe in, breathe out. You moved a lot. I think it was 62 different poses we did. Breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Whatever you did, you did. And that is awesome. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Maybe sigh it out, let it go. All right, now one of your props is your remote control. If you want to stay longer in your final Shavasana, which is a great pose in which to stay, we stayed a long time in this yesterday together, but now would be the time to pause it if you want to stay longer. If you wish, you maybe don't wish to, but if you have to conclude your practice now, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead and stretch it out. Oh, breathe, stretch. Oh, it feels so good to stretch. Take a cue from your cats and dogs. Stretch. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Roll onto one side or the other. Eyes are closed. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you're ready, press on up. Use your hands or don't use your hands. You decide exactly what you want to do. Crisscross the legs if you like. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up because your spine is long and strong. Your shoulders are over your hips. Hands to prayer center for a moment of gratitude. Breathe in. Breathe out, settle, soften. Gently blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. You did a 1 hour long yoga practice. How are you feeling? Go back to that stress number, what it was in the beginning and what is it now? It's a lot lower. You feel better. You move better. You're going to move better today and you get your yoga to thank for it. Thanks for showing up. Come back to your yoga tomorrow. I can't believe she's not here. Okay, all right. Anyways, you go on with your day. Focus on these things. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent and praiseworthy, think about such things. Stay positive. I love you guys. See you on your mats. Tomorrow, I bet she stretches. Oh, no. There we go. Kind of a stretch. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. Hey, you. How are you? You want your back massage? Does that feel good? How's your spine? See you later. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.